I want to know that the Bible is not the beginning of a whole heap of things that the Bible talk about. You understand? Because 3,000 years ago, there was no Bible. You understand? There was no Bible 3,000 years ago. You know, I listen to some things and I wonder how them get way. And we are talking about Europeans now. How Europeans get way to believe the things them what them believe. And we come now believe it like is a sum total of all belief system. Like there is no other belief system outside of what we believe. And we can't realize it's because we were colonized by the Europeans why we believe what we believe. There's no reason to believe what we believe more than say the Europeans and believe it and it passed on to we and we believe it too. And we kill and dead and born and bear children for this belief system where really and truly is handed down to we. The problem with it is that when we start to believe these things coming from Europe, we give it a historical point, reference point, that has nothing to do with the reference point that we give it to. When we talk about certain things, for instance, in the Bible, when we talk about all Egypt and Israel and all these things, because it is so embedded in us, we don't even understand that there is an origin for all of these stories that we hear about. When we hear about like God and the devil and all these things, the devil is something where is man create the devil. It don't have nothing to do with no person, no individual person. It's man that create the devil. There's no person out there that is going to do this. The only devil that exists is where man create. That is it. The only devil that exists is where man create. A man create the devil based upon his own perception of what him feel is bad or what him feel is good. Right now in Jamaica, I don't know who Jamaican people eat more. Gays are the devil. You know, it's like a thing, you know. I don't know. Because I hear so much venom against gays and then I hear so much terrible things about the devil that I try to figure out if you had a choice in Jamaica. That is a weird choice. If you had a choice in Jamaica, who would you choose? Because based upon how Jamaican are going, man, may I tell you, man. So may I say now, the devil is something where is captured, captivated, manipulated, projected on the consciousness of black people especially Christian thinkers. And the problem with it, you know, is that Christians believe this thing to the point where they project it upon other people who don't believe it. And people who don't believe it start to believe it. Every westernized mindset believing that this person named the devil, yet still nobody can identify him or him look. Well, is she same black? That is really the irony of the whole thing. Historically, the devil is a black thing with horns and fangs and all these things. Historically, the devil is black. So, maybe we are descendants from the devil. That is why we're in so much problem. Am I to believe that? Because that is how it comes down to it. The devil in hell is black. When you have Christmas time come, when you have Drankuno, the devil is black. Our perception that the devil is black, our perception of God is white. And we perpetuate this thing and we continue to do it over and over and over again. So we have the church we set up there so to manipulate with consciousness, manipulate with mind. And the church have preached things where if you ask a person the history of the thing where I preach, him don't know, him I refer to the Bible. The Bible is not the beginning of most of the things them where the Bible talk about. I want to know that the Bible is not the beginning of a whole heap of things that the Bible talk about. You understand? Because 3,000 years ago, there was no Bible. You understand? There was no Bible 3,000 years ago. The so-called New Testament was written the other day. When I say the other day, no, I mean like, I could say like 1700 years ago. The concepts that is riveted in our consciousness Isaiah, Jeremiah, all of these ancient Israelites. Well, we don't even know because Isaiah look like a two-person. According to where we are come understand now, it's two Isaiah them have. According to where we come understand now, Mark is not the first gospel in the Bible. Sorry, Mark is the first gospel. Sorry, not Matthew. Matthew is not the first gospel. Matthew was written before Matthew. Mark was written before Matthew. And the Paul letters was written before all of them. It's a terrible thing. How could we think that? Where the Bible is chronologically state out how the thing go. There's a beginning to most of the stories and most of the concepts and ideas that we hold fast to, that we need to understand clear. In this time of information, it's the man who has the most information can go win the war, you know. Yeah, it's information time now. And if you are not informed, you're going to delve into superstitions. And that is what is running most of our life, you know.